All right. Good morning once again and welcome to Princess channel. We have an information concerning Mama Supreme disbursement, and it appears like the goalpost is about to be shifted amidst the jubilation that flooded the air a couple weeks ago. And we understood that both beneficiaries and cluster heads and the CEOs were going to be paid in the disbursement, but owing to this voice note that is making round, it appears that it's only the cluster heads that is going to be disbursed to. And you have to pay attention to this particular voice note to have your take concerning this, do your submission, make your verifications, but that is the latest we got now, that it appears like the beneficiaries would not be handled in the disbursement process except the CEOs and the cluster heads. All right, Comrade Philip gives an update concerning this. Pay attention to this.
Good morning, everyone in Grant community. My name still remains Comrade Philip, the National President of Justice for the Masses Movement. My reason for coming out today is because of the massive disturbance of the masses on my DM and several calls that have been put to me since 3 days ago on the present activities of Mama Supreme's empowerment grants and projects, in which was said to me that the beneficiaries are not going to be captured in the disbursement. Number one thing I want the grant community to know, the first thing we need to understand first before we start troubling our mind is to find out that if the money is truly there. We have forgotten the past track record of Mama Supreme, everything that's happened in the past, that this is not the first time she'll be flagging off a disbursement and calling for a Thanksgiving. Between the year 2022 to 2023, she flagged off a disbursement in Badagry, in which all the super coordinators, the CEOs, they were there, and they were summoned into Badagry for weeks, and after that, nothing happened. There's a check that was given to numbers of CEOs. They took the check to the bank, and the check bounced back from the bank. Subscription of cars and also subscription of houses was made. Nothing was done, and no disbursement of any kind of that has been actualized from there. Now, the same pattern is now reoccurring. Well, for now, I'm not going to conclude that this time there is no grant. I'm not here to conclude that she doesn't have the disbursement. Maybe this time she's out there to correct and to clean all the past mess upon herself. I'm not here to conclude. But for me, I deal with people based on their past track record with me. Therefore, I thought within me not to come out, but because the beneficiaries, the masses, have been disturbing my DM, and I don't want them to feel maybe justice for the masses and not for the masses. We did not care for their pain and their worries, or I did not respect their concern. That is why I'm coming out today. And my coming out is to give Madam Supreme, Mrs. Joyce Emily Andrew, the CEO of Supreme Entertainment Initiative, a piece of advice in case the money is there to disburse. All that has been said to me and what is on my table is that only the NGOs, which are called the super coordinator, and the cluster head will be disbursed to. Why the beneficiaries are not going to be captured? Just because they don't have direct transaction with you, ma. I'm sending this message to Mama Supreme. You said because the beneficiaries don't have direct transaction with you. And we know quite okay, and we know very sure that every money collected for the subscription of grant in one capacity or the other was collected from the masses, the subscribers. Therefore, now coming to a conclusion of not considering them at this moment may pose some unrest and serious concern if it's not well taken care by now. We should try to remember what happened in Kogi State, where a CEO, it's not even a CEO, a cluster head, was stabbed to death by the beneficiaries just because they thought the money has been given to him. Therefore, at this moment, to have a final solution to solve the problem on grant, and for you also, Mama Supreme, to have your final peace after your disbursement, is to consider the place of the masses, so that you be sure that you have settled her and you have concluded your disbursement and no issue to tackle it again. That is my advice for you. If the money is not enough, no matter how little it is, share it around, make your calculations, and make sure no matter what, let the beneficiaries also be captured, so that there will not be issues after. Because if they are not captured and there is disbursement, the cluster head will be disturbed, and the cluster head will come to the CEOs, and definitely the CEOs will come to you. That is the reason why the issue of I don't have transaction with them may not solve the problem for now. That is my candid advice, and my advice is subjected to either you accept it or you leave it. But I want to advise you not to leave any stone unturned in this your present disbursement or project, so that there will not be any stone being thrown at you at the end of your disbursement. I wish you good luck, and I wish this time the disbursement, the project is real, and I wish it's not like the former one, and I wish that the super coordinators and at the same time the cluster head, the beneficiary, will not be treated like before. I want to believe that you have it. That is after you have disbursed it, and is going to be a real disbursement, not like the type of disbursement in the past, because in the past, in those years, you came out with one kind disbursement like this, that somebody was just shouting on the social media, thanking God unnecessarily, and shouting, my account has been disbursed, let's appreciate Mama Supreme. These are things that was happening that day just to deceive the masses that you disbursed. Cash Money also came out that time to announce that you have started disbursing, and many CEOs in which nothing was done. I want to believe this time it's not going to be like that. I wish you best of luck. Thank you very much, and God bless you. My name still remains Comrade Philip, the National President of Justice for the Masses Movement. Bye for now.